first time, we can explore this place of myth and legend. What we discover are extremes and surprises. This is a place where the ancient past is colliding with the future. But this land is also home to extraordinary wildlife. This is the story of the animals and people of Arabia. Sitting at the crossroads of the world, Arabia is bounded on three sides by sea and ringed by rugged mountains. But the story of Arabia must begin with her heartland, the desert. This unforgiving wilderness covers 90% of Arabia, from the rocky wastelands of the north to the south, where the largest sand desert in the world smothers the land. To understand how any life can survive here, we must take a journey through the dry heart of Arabia. One animal, above all, embodies what it takes to survive the Arabian desert. The animal that inspired the myth of the unicorn, the Arabian oryx. These beautiful antelope are the ultimate desert survivors. Getting all the moisture they need from the vegetation they eat. Yet just 40 years ago, oryx were on the edge of extinction. Victims of their own beauty, oryx were heavily hunted. At one stage, only 8 animals remained in the wild. But intense efforts to protect them have been successful. Today, over 500 roam once more in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, Oman, and the Emirates. The key to oryx survival is keeping on the move. They have an extraordinary ability to sniff out distant rain, and will walk hundreds of miles to find the vegetation it brings. This same solution to desert survival was adopted by the only people to have mastered life here: the Bedouin nomads. The Bedouin owe their success to a remarkable partnership. Over 3,000 years ago, ancestors of the Bedouin tamed the single-humped camel, the dromedary. The camel is almost as well adapted to the desert as the oryx. Able to travel 50 days without water. And they carry their own food store to get through long desert journeys. A hump made of energy-rich fat. Although few Bedouin are now truly nomadic, many still graze their camels in the desert. But to find their animals enough food, they must keep them on the move. Salaf bin Hamad al-Huibi grew up as a true desert nomad. He watches for clues, like distant clouds, that might guide him and his clan to fresh grazing. Under the clear desert sky, the temperature plummets, cold enough for a campfire. Storytelling is an ancient Bedouin tradition. This is the land of 1001 Arabian Nights. Many stories are of the magical animals that avoid desert heat by emerging after dark. An Arabian wonder gecko on the hunt for insects. Large eyes are great for night vision, but with no eyelids, a tongue is handy for keeping the sound. An Arabian jerd searches for grass seeds. In times of plenty, jerds will gather up to 10 kilos of seeds to store in their burrows. One of the desert's most poisonous snakes, the horned viper. The horns are a form of camouflage amongst the desert grub. Most vipers lie in wait for their prey. But in the desert, where food is scarce, they must travel great distances. Sidewinding helps grip soft sand. Jerds aren't travelers. They will not stray far from their stash of food. This makes them vulnerable. But tonight, the threat to this Jerd is not from the viper. He's in someone else's territory, and he's been spotted. Food is so scarce here, Jerds will fight viciously to defend their territory.
Next on your Animal Night Monday, witness the greatest gathering of grizzlies. Great Bay Stakeout, Monday, 9 p.m. on your Animal Night Monday.